What up, guys? What up, what up, what up? Back again, guys. Another live, another read through word for word. Another little surprise live here. Catching on the replay. It's all good. We're going to jump right into it. If you're catching it live, well, same goes for you as well. And before I forget, just kidding, guys. Because what's up, man? Welcome in and welcome back. All right, guys. Today, Barry Allen. And this is the Flash Rebirth. And I was looking through it a little bit, guys, and it's looking pretty sweet. I'm a big Barry Allen fan, Flash fan myself. So I don't know which one I should go with, though. What do you think? What do you think? That there? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold on, guys. My big forehead. There, it's fixed. That's kind of jacked up now, but or right there. Well, I don't know, guys. We're just gonna go with this one for now. But man, there we go. What up, what up, what up, guys? What up? We're gonna be going through the Flash Rebirth. Another surprise live stream, word for word here, guys. We're gonna go through that. And a little announcement. If you're brand new to the channel, I guess we do have free giveaways every 50 subscribers. And as of, hey, what up? What up? We got Queen Johnson's in the house. Asks if do you collect any cards? I do. Not as much as like comics though, really anymore. Like I'm not much into the like Marvel card game, but I'm gonna show you some here. I got some older ones. I'm a real big fan of the older ones, and I got Marvel Universe. I just got back into the hobby myself, she says, and yeah, I know that the freaking Marvel Topps Chrome Man. I got a few of the single cards. I mean, that can be a freaking spendy hobby. What do they want now for one of them hobby boxes? Like $874. But zoom, guys. Just kidding. It's only a Mountain Dew. But Leaf is putting out some good stuff. Yeah. Oh, I'll show you what I got here. And then we're gonna get into this. And $3.50 for a box. Yeah, that's better than I thought, actually. But these are some older ones I got. Some of these ones I picked up recently too. Here's an old Wizard Stormwatch. Came in the old Wizards. Here's a newer one I got. It's Deathlock. This Wolverine, previously on the X-Men. Punisher 2099. I got a couple of like the older Leaf ones, I believe. Here's some more of the Wizard ones. This was a Youngblood. I got the full set. I got on the channel the full set of the Marvel Universe series 1, 2, and 3 from like the 90s and stuff, man. And I really like those a lot. I got those too. As the Youngblood set is Blood Wolf. This guy Rob Liefeld created him. Came out same first appearance as Max in the Darker Image. He was great. But check out this Bane Skybox. It's kind of cool. Leaf Draft Hobby is $133 for all auto and numbered. Really? Draft Hobby. Really? There's a Morbius. There's a Daredevil. It's kind of cool. Really, I might have to look into that. That'd be sweet as heck. I've been seeing Elektra. Here's a cool Batman. Is the Max from the old Wizard cards. It's like the foil. And there's that chrome ones, Ghost Spider. I'm gonna have to look into that. To me, you get what you pay for with Leaf, and everything else is too expensive with no return potential. That's what Johnson Quita says. Uh, yeah, yeah. That's. I mean, it's a big gamble from what I've seen, but I mean, that's really cool. Like some cool cards. That'd be cool. But I mean, one of ones and all that. I mean, what are we talking here? What's up with that? Well, if it's a one of one, hey, it's worth whatever. It's worth $1 billion then. But this Red Hulk hunt, here's a newer one I got. There's a card shop, and I got that one for that one was like $3 or something. Pitt, the old wizard. Pitt was great. This Spider-Man, it's a newer one. It's a Marvel Platinum one. Topps Chrome Spider-Man 2099. The Topps Chrome Miles Morales. I really love this one. The Secret Wars #8. It's a Marvel Platinum. That's like one of my favorite. Yeah, up right there. That's like one of my favorite. I got like the T-shirt and everything. But there's the Infinity War one. It's kind of cool. It's got Spidey Wolvie on there. Topps Chrome Spider-Man one. And then Topps Chrome Spider-Boy. And then one free right here. I got here's another Wizard card. It's a Youngblood one. I got a couple other ones in cases like that. But these are just some upper deck ones. Here's a couple Wizard ones. This one here was like a 1 of 500 limited edition art card that I got. I ordered a comic, and this guy sent this with it. It's really freaking sweet. And this here, guys, check this out. Talk about those one-on-ones. Well, I got one for you here. A long, long time ago, Hardee's gave out these X-Men comics, and they're like little ash can size. They're only like, real little. And if you go back on the channel too, I do have a video with Hardee's and Pizza Hut had that promotion. And in that promotion was this little card here, and it says Hardee's on it, and it was probably just supposed to be garbage or something, and I decided to keep it, I guess, and I kept it, and I don't know how many of them still exist. Probably a lot, actually. Probably a lot of collectors probably like, oh, that's cool, I'm going to keep that. There's probably actually tons of them. But yeah, hey, what's up, Plavoda? Hey, what's up? I loved Upper Deck when I was a kid in the early 90s. Yeah, I used to collect sports cards and all that and stuff, but I don't really do that anymore because it's kind of what up, 88 meet up, what up, meet up. Had the mini Topps cards and Cracker Jack boxes. Yes, that was freaking sweet. I got some of them Allen and Ginter ones. Now they got some of the little cards in that. But yeah, those were way better. Like the old, yeah, that was great. Then they had, remember those circle cards that they had in Master Bread and loaves of bread? They had circle cards. But I used to collect all them, but I don't really collect them anymore. And I kind of collected them when I was little, and it was during the junk wax. So a lot of the Gen X here too. Hey, what up, Jerry? Jerry says Gen X here too. What up? Yeah, it was during the junk wax era, so not a lot of them cards that I collected are really worth a lot. I got an Emmitt Smith rookie card that's worth $1. But I got the 89 Upper Deck. Got that right there. The one I just dropped. It's probably my favorite sports card. Oh, that is my favorite sports card ever, probably right there. The Griffey Upper Deck rookie. Favorite baseball player ever. The round ones, yeah. Hockey card Score was the original. Score, yeah. Remember score? I had a bunch of scores and stuff, but they're not worth like much. Like a lot of cool cards, but they just ain't worth much. Like what about this Bowman, Bo Jackson? This is a Bowman, man. And thing like was printed on like a actual just little piece of cardboard. They didn't do anything to it at all. Yeah. Ken Griffey, yeah. Brett Hall rookie. Oh, nice, nice. I have some hockey cards too, actually. Not that many, but I got some pretty cool ones. I got a Eric Lindros rookie. Yeah. And yeah, I got a couple older Brett Hulls and stuff. This guy, he retired out, went out. Yep, he's gone. Neymar. But like this here's pretty cool too. Speaking of other cards, not sports. I used to collect like wrestling cards, and I had a bunch of these, but I sold them actually. And I'm trying to sell this one as well, but I might want to hang on to it. But if somebody wants it, they can buy it. But I'm not trying to sell it now or anything. I'm just saying. Hillbilly Jim autograph, but yeah, I had a bunch of them, but I was selling them because it was just. Here's one of them, Allen and Ginter right here. This guy here, freaking John Daly, man. And look at this. I got a little, we're going to bring this back to comic books before I go through all these sports cards right here. But shout out to LaDainian Tomlinson. Freaking love that dude. And Vince Carter. But I'm going to bring it back to comic books here real quick. Hey, we got a Plaxico Burress jersey. You need that Plaxico Burress jersey from Michigan State. The old Philadelphia Steelers, dude. Hey, I'm a Steelers fan. Hey, you probably could say, yeah, you probably would like that Plaxico Burress. Hey, we could work out some sort of a free giveaway there, actually. Yeah. But, yeah, I had like a Terrell Davis one. Anyway, bringing it back to the old comic books. And, you know, we got this dude right here, guys. You might have heard of him. His name is LeBron James. Patch cards look so cool. Quita says, yeah. Hogan, Hollywood. Oh, man. I need a Hollywood Hogan. I never had no Hollywood Hogan like autograph or anything, but a NWO for life, man. I was the biggest freaking wrestling fan back in the day. I'm not even joking. It's not even crazy. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But you might have heard of this guy, and his name is LeBron James, right? And I dug out my basketball cards I had from back in the day, and like I was saying, you know, I was collecting back then when you know, junk wax weren't really worth that much. But I knew I had some Kobe Bryants in there in my storage, so I was going through them and I didn't find them. I found a few that I brought in and, you know, sold and weren't really that much, like not much, like $10 or something like that or whatever. But then the other day, and it was a little while ago now, but I was taking my cards back to storage, and the bottom, I had them in a box. The bottom of the box broke out, went all over the freaking ground. But, you know, I had the good ones in, you know, cases like that and stuff, you know. And they fell out, and I picked them up and stuff, and there was a few LeBron James in there. And there was some LeBron James rookie, and it was like a bazooka, like the bazooka gum, like the top bazooka one or something. And then there was like a couple other ones. It was 4 of them. And I didn't really think they were worth that much or anything, but I went and looked them up, and they were pretty good. And it was like 200 and something. But I brought them down to the card shop, and I got, this one was marked 100 on it, and this one was marked 70 on it. And my total was like 235 or something, he told me, for the LeBron James cards that I brought in. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, I was like, well, what does that equal out for trade? And he goes, 170, which was like the exact amount of both of these. And I've never had a slab comic before. And, you know, these are my first and only slabs. You know, I'm not against slabbing anymore. I'm just saying these are the only slabs I've ever had. And it was 170 for both of these, which was the exact amount for them LeBrons. that I didn't even think were worth that much at all anyway. So I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'll do that. So I got this Venom Lethal Protector 9.8, CGC 9.8 right there. It's pretty sweet. And then this Joker and Harley Quinn Uncovered #1 CGC 9.8 right there too. It's pretty cool. Joker and Harley. And we got that. Yeah. So that's my little sports card talk, bringing it back to the comic talk. But yeah, and that's what happened though. It was crazy because I was like, I had my eye on these in his little case, you know. I had my eye on them, and I was like, oh, those are both pretty sweet. I like them, you know. And I thought they were pretty cool. And it was 170, and I was like, what does that equal? And he's like, 170. And I was like, well, will you do those? And he's like, yeah, I'll do that. So if you're just tuning in or whatever, the end of that story, because we're getting on to his flash and zip zapping story, was I brought like 4 LeBron James like rookie cards to this card shop to trade him in, get some value. He told me it was like $235. He said, what is that in trade? And he goes, 170. And he had 100 marked on this one and 70 marked on this one. So it worked out perfect. And he was like, yeah. So that's how I got my first 2 and only so far graded comic books. Yeah. So that's how I got them. And I want to get some more graded, but I just haven't, you know. And, you know, like I said, you know, it's good and bad. You know, that's what I said before, and that's probably what I'll always say. It's nothing against them, but then you can't really read them, you know, after you grade them up. And we like to go over here on the channel, you know. Hey, what up? We got Buju from Germany. What up from Germany? LeBron, get a price for it. Yeah, thanks. Quint has 49. Jerry says I'm 46. I have a Shaq rookie. I am Peter Parker and Spider-Man, and he like never gets old. And I'm just an NPC stuck inside the Matrix. So, but if I was to calculate my age, I'll get back to you on that, because I don't think I've ever said my age. Maybe we gotta, fine guys, I'm 46. Whoa. Okay, forget that happened. And you know what? With my luck too, after you do one of these live streams, and when you're loading it up, YouTube just picks what the highlight's gonna be for it. And like, that's the first time I said that, and like, I don't know if I want to get that out, you know. I bet that's gonna be the freaking highlight though. Watch. I'm not saying, I have no idea. Like, that's what it does. It just picks anything for you. And it's like, but yeah. So that's how I got my graded ones. I am in US, guys. Hello. The Shaq rookie, is it by chance a classic? Is the brand classic, and is he hanging on the rim with his knees up? Is that the one? Is that one of them? Or I think that's the one that I had. I still have it too, actually. Because also, let the records show that about my little. No, I'm down south. Yeah. I'm down south, and you're across the pond, and yeah. Yeah. The card though. Yeah, that's how I got them, and oh man. Well, anyway, we are going to go through this Flash Rebirth. Oh, and I was going to say, I knew about the channel or whatever. I do have them free giveaways every 50 subscribers. So I wanted to say too. Oh yeah, we were talking about how YouTube picks your highlight for you. Yeah, that's what it does. It's crazy. It's weird. And I bet it's going to pick that. But anyway, it's definitely probably not going to pick that now. So, you know, either way, we're moving on. And I was saying, yeah, we got those every 50 subscribers. And as of the making of this live right here, we were only one away from the next free giveaway. One subscriber away from the next free giveaway. So, yes, so that's that. And then we are ready to go. And also, we made some videos where they're not really word for word, you know, guys. I told you I'm freaking Spider-Man, but you already knew that. But must be hot where you're. Yes. Very, very. Cletus, Mississippi. It's so hot. Macy can't keep up. 115 heat index. Well, I've said this before, but yeah, I'm in Arkansas. I've said that before. So yeah, it's, and just a couple days ago, it was it like set a record. It was like the hottest day in the past 3 years. Yeah. And like it was like 107. I don't know what it was with the heat index or nothing, but man, yeah, it's crazy. We like to go out fishing a lot, though. We caught a big old, yeah, if you look on channel, I'm not even talking about all that, guys, because I want to get into this Flash Rebirth. But I'm just saying, yeah, we like to go fishing a lot. You see on the channel, sometimes we catch some fish. We don't always catch them, but don't tell anybody that either. That better not make the highlight, too. Holy crap, guys. This is getting out of control. I'm going to do something that my freaking production team should have taken care of already. But, you know, they're busy eating donuts, taking naps, you know, all that sort of stuff. That's why we pay them the big bucks, you know. Just kidding, guys. Ain't nobody pays us nothing. Nothing. Nothing, I tell you. I tell you what, though. This, Flash Rebirth is Jeff Johns and Ethan Van Sciver. MTV Splash page calls it impressive. For some reason, it sounds like they had like a little like plate and with like a little like piece of bread on there, and they pulled up and they're like, "Do you have any Glade Poupon?" But they're like, impressive. That's all they said, guys. Flash Rebirth. And yeah. What I was saying is on the videos, they're not really word for word because, you know, I'm Spider-Man. You know, I'm NPC stuck inside the Matrix doing the dude's work with the, you know, the Clone Wars and the lizard people and the Illuminati shape-shifting aliens from outer space. Yeah. So, where I was going with that, I'm not quite sure. But I am sure. Hey, what up, Cat? Cat's in the house, back in the house. Yeah. What up, bro? Yeah, we're about to go over the Flash Rebirth right here. And just saying, yeah, it is pretty freaking hot in the Matrix. I don't got the fan going, but I got the AC on, guys. We're good. But anyway, what I wanted to say, and I do kind of actually want to read this here, and I'll try to read it real quick, actually, because it kind of looks like a lot, but it seems to be pretty cool, so I think I'm going to read this here. So, all right. It's just a flash forward by Matt Chernis. It's the funny thing about superheroes is keeping them dead is often harder than actually killing them in the first place. We want our fantasies to be grounded in reality, our characters' flaws to be real, and their sacrifices to carry weight. Sometimes that means our favorite heroes must die. Those moments, rare as they are, remind us of why we love our heroes. But that is where the conflict begins. Keeping them dead means not having the joy of reading them every month, yet bringing them back to life. We run the risk of minimizing their heroism, the tragedy of their death, and the power of their sacrifice. We care too much about them to do that either. It's also true that the longer a character remains dead, the greater the importance and scrutiny is put on his return. A character who returns from death after being absent for 6 months or a year, his return is generally accompanied by a fanboy in the new arrivals section uttering, "I knew they'd bring him back," a beloved character who was absent for years on end. That is an event. Barry Allen's absence of 23 years most certainly falls into that category. When you think about it, it's almost unfathomable Barry was gone as long as he was. There isn't some B-grade superhero. This is an icon, the character that launched the Silver Age in Showcase number 4, introduced us to the multiverse in The Flash number 123, and helped found the Justice League in The Brave and the Bold number 28, a character that arguably one of the best 2 or 3 rogues galleries in all of comics, and my favorite DC villain, more on that later. 23 years. It makes Hal Jordan's 10-year absence seem like the blink of an eye. I suppose one of the things that helped keep Barry out of the world of the living was what he died doing. Some heroes die saving a loved one, others save their beloved city, maybe even their home planet. Barry literally saved the entire universe from being erased from existence. If a hero does that, then it just happens to show up, and a few months later it would have surely minimized one of the seminal events in comic book history. Yeah, he literally saved the entire universe from being erased from existence. Uh, all that is to say this: if you're going to bring Barry Allen back, you better not screw it up. A satisfying hero's return is remembered fondly. A disastrous one becomes part of the comic book lore. I don't need to mention them by name. We all know which ones they are. We still complain about them to this day. There's a lot of responsibility for any writer to carry on their shoulders, which leads me to my last reason Barry was gone for so long. We were waiting for the right writer to bring Barry back. There. Well, yeah, there we go. I mean, that was good. That was good. But the goodness does not stop, because that would not be the end. Because over the past 23 years, there have been many great writers, some of whom have written The Flash. Again, I don't need to name them. We all know who they are. We buy their books every month, but to take on this task, in my mind, only Jeff had the ability, knowledge, and most importantly, the affirmity for the character to take on the challenge and succeed. For both Jeff and myself, Barry Allen's death in Crisis on Infinite Earths was one of those moments that came early in our introduction to comic books, and he had an impact that would endure us to comics for years to come. These magical moments more often than not happen when you are young and stay with you long after. In many genres, it would be sacrilege for the writer to continue someone else's story. In comic books, it is a tradition, and I think imagination was captured by a single moment will take greater care of it than someone burdened by years of storytelling. The fact that Jeff would approach The Flash Rebirth more as an honor than as a task also speaks as to why I was the right person to tell the story. Barry's return wasn't the trickiest in terms of narrative. It was the emotional significance of Barry's return and the impact it would have on the DC Universe. That was the most difficult. This is where Jeff's stories always stand out. I'm also grateful that Reverse Flash found his way into the story as well. I'm not sure if it is the sinking yellow costume with the red lightning bolt circle insignia, or the fact that his villainy included the murder of Barry's wife, Iris. Long before such things were done regularly in comics, but every time Reverse Flash graces a comic book, I can't help but look inside. No matter how strong, how fast, or how intelligent a superhero is, they all share a common weakness. Every hero is susceptible to a bad story. It can bring them to their knees faster than any weapon or arch nemesis. I have never read a bad story from Jeff, and The Flash Rebirth is no exception. Enjoy. Matt Chernis, Los Angeles, California, January from 2010. Matt's a TV development executive for the Fox Broadcasting Company. He's developed shows including Glee, Human Target, Nip Tuck, Sons of Anarchy, Rescue Me, Sunny in Philadelphia. Outside of his day job, part-time comic book writer, and full-time comic book fanatic. Well, thank you, Matt. I'll shake your imaginary hand. We're going to put that in reverse with the DeLorean and Marty McFly and go back to the future, and then it'll sync up in the multiverse. And then that handshake is going to somehow make it to him. And with the speed of time or whatever. Yeah, anyway. That was great, guys. All right, so is this. This is The Flash Rebirth #1, covered by Ethan Van Sciver with Moose Bauman. Sick. This is The Flash Rebirth #1 variant cover with Ethan Shiver and Alex Sinclair. And there it is. And there we go. Get this little... Scoot it. Wait. Okay. 1 second, boys. 1 second. All right. Hey, what up, Catman? Yeah, thanks for being here, bro. You rock. Y'all freaking rock, guys. And that's it, man. Those are the variant covers for the number 1 they shown us. That was the remarkable introduction from Matt Chernis. And now it is time to go Flash style. I really don't know which one to wear, though. You know? But anyway. It started the second the rain ran through these streets. There was a flash of lightning from beyond, followed by 1,000 thunderous footsteps. His strides ushered in a new age of those that would shatter the speed of sound, light, and time. For that, he would race down the same road he did, enforcing his arachnic sense of justice. This man refused to believe the line between good and evil, blurred like the scarlet and gold he wore. It was a simple fact to Barry Allen. What? You were guilty. Or you were not guilty. It doesn't match. What up, Kenneth? Kenneth, what up, bro? What up in the house? What up? We're just getting started here, bro. The Flash Rebirth, man. And Barry's been gone for a long time, so this is like his comeback. And man, it's gonna be epic. At least that's the word on the streets. Okay. All right, here we go. Check it again. I've checked 4 times. He didn't do it. You've seen his rap sheet, right? Public exposure, sexual solicitation. He lived in the apartment right next door. The DNA isn't his. He didn't kill the girl. Well, he's guilty of something. Look, the victim was a 24-year-old college student from Blue Valley who moved to the big city with hopes and dreams and ended up dead. You've seen what the media has done with that? Sure. Chief's under a lot of pressure to close this case, so we're under a lot of pressure to get this to work. So make it match. But I keep telling you, kid, this is how Central City works. You hurry up and you get it done. Who the hell are you? Bam! Bam! Help somebody! Dude, he just freaking gave him the old bloody flash little stick schnacker right there. Look at that. Whew. Here, take a golden flash freaking bolt to your back. That'll feel nice. What the heck? That's nuts. So yeah, he comes in and he goes, where is... there you are. And you were wrong about many things, Barry. Guilty or not guilty. And you... Everyone is guilty. Death is never the end. Freeze. And lightning always strikes twice. Lightning always strikes twice. Crack. Dang. You don't know what I know. What the hell was... You never stop running to find out. Haste makes waste. Lots of waste. I brought you back, Barry. Dang. And it's the worst thing I could do to you. Everyone wants to move faster today, but traffic has been a standstill since sunrise. People from Keystone and all across the Midwest are trying to make their way to Central City, and it's absolute gridlock. Why rush hour on a Saturday? Preparations for the most monumental Flash celebration in years are well underway. They began late last night, and after that they were verified by the Justice League that, yes, those rumors are true. I think we're going to need more rogues. Central City's Flash is back. Along with news of Kid Flash's return, this might very well be the greatest day in the history of the Scarlet Speedsters and that have protected our twin cities. We'll be back live in just 1 hour as the celebration begins. This is Linda Park West reporting with KFMB channel Channel 4 News. Alrighty. It's a beautiful day to be back, even though I shouldn't be. I used to be a detective, Barry Allen. I used to be the fastest man alive. I used to be the Flash. Let's dust you off. Sorry about the line. Did you wait long? An eternity? I wonder if you remember me, and if you're still angry about what I did to her. Have you been to the museum before? Yeah, you could say that. Then welcome back. We're open until 5 today. Thanks, I won't be staying that long. Look at this crowd. Look at this fanfare. You ask me, everyone's overreacting. Yeah, well, have you seen the size of those freaking rats? Man, ratatouille. Okay. Barry Allen made me the Flash. New York, headquarters of the Justice Society of America. Barry Allen made you the Flash. That doesn't make any sense, Jay. You were the Flash, like decades before him. You were the first. But I stopped running. What are you talking about? Jay's talking about when he and Joan and all the Keystone City vanished off the map. It was the Thinker and the Fiddler. You don't eat until Barry gets here, Ted. And the shade was a part of it too. God knows that those three altered the vibrational frequency of Keystone City, abducting it. Time froze. But that wasn't what slowed me down. I put this helmet away years before that. I retired like the rest of the Justice Society. But then Barry woke up Keystone and he woke me up too. Oh, snap. I thought I was way past running, but this kid was wonder and joy, an unbreakable sense of right and wrong. It was absolutely infectious. All those years, most of the time, I couldn't run faster than the speed of sound. But when the dust settled in the Keystone, the Central, and the Twin Cities again, he looked at me and grinned. Want to race, Mr. Garrick? I ran 20 times the speed of sound that day. Hasn't stopped running since. And if you weren't calling it quits, neither was I. Me either. Barry brought all of us back into the right ring. Even he didn't know it. He really called you Mr. Garrick. Barry never called me Jay, not until we ran alongside Wally. Wally was a protege, but Wally influenced Barry as much as Barry influenced him. It's Wally and Barry, they run really fasty. Look at them go. You blink and then you missed it. And Wally called me Jay from day one. It's hard meeting your heroes, Dad. New York Titans Tower. Just a second, Harry. Dad. But when Aunt Iris introduced me to Barry, he blew me away up the expectations. He blew away my expectations like he blew away the sound barrier. He always looked you right in the eyes when he talked to you, and he never yelled, and he never said he was disappointed. And as for someone as fast as he was, he had a hell of a lot of patience. Knock it out, Jet. Hey, you two, no fighting. While your mentor brought back the ice cream and took you on camping trips, Green Arrow was lecturing me on the responsibilities of youth and the politics and the environment. Dana was always telling me to stay away from you boys. You're lucky, Wally. Dad, real lucky, Dick. What's going on? Zip, zap, zip, zap. He was flipping and a flapping all the way to the next room. Nobody saw him, but he just showed up all upon a Thursday night. Ja won't stop making monkey faces at me. Well, Larry won't let me help hang the piñata, and it's a gorilla grood. You two do it together, and you do it silently, or you'll be sitting in your room all day tomorrow. Got it? Yes. Kids are tough. I couldn't imagine having twins. Imagine one with super strength and one with an intangibility. If that Speed Force gave them actual speed, I could at least relate to them. I know what it's like to grow up with that. Never thought I'd look back at training Bart and call it easy. So, Barry's back. What's the big deal? San Francisco, the Teen Titans Tower. Did you hang up these banners yourself? I was early. I didn't know the rest of the Titans were going to Central City to watch the parade. They're hoping to meet the Flash. Wally West is a Flash, Wonder Girl. So were you, Bart. Yeah, and it wasn't any fun at all. I came here from the future so that everything could go back to the way it was. Used to be Wally's the Flash. I'm Kid Flash. I wasn't too long ago that you were always Wally's biggest detractor. Wally earned being the Flash, but Barry Allen, he was the messiah to everyone. Whatever I barely know Barry Allen, Tim. He's your grandfather, Bart. He sacrificed. He's back, so what did he sacrifice exactly? Look, this just It feels wrong. It's not fair. Why is Barry the only one that escaped the Speed Force? I'm not asking any questions, John. Central City, the home of Iris West Allen. Barry's back. Bart's back. What more do I need to know? Iris? Barry's been gone a long time, Iris. The world thinks he's dead. What's he going to do? I'll let you know as soon as he sits down for dinner. He's been on the move. He's been busy. We haven't had time to talk. Hello? Iris, it's Captain Fry from the Central City Police Department. There's been a murder. I know Barry's back. I need his help. Whoa. Some things are still the same. Other things are different. Name is Dexter Miles, and if you have any questions, just stop and I'll be happy to answer them. Transfer the funds quick before we get hit again. Hold on, I need to move. I'm getting bad reception. Just text me the address. Download's way too slow. I have another call. The world got too fast for you. You kidding, Hulk? The world's finally catching up. I didn't like Hal Jordan when we first met. He was a little too reckless. He stared at Wonder Woman a little too long, and he laughed under his breath like the maniac, whatever the league was outnumbered. It wasn't until I heard him use the word perp that I figured out he was a cop. That changed everything. Everyone's doing 6 things at once. Yeah, it's annoying. It's exciting. You call trying to have dinner with someone who's texting your sister, fielding phone calls from work, and late to another dinner she double booked. Exciting? She double booked? You lose your touch. It was just an example. Maybe it's a jacket. It's better than a bow tie. The bow ties weren't my fault, and besides, I don't play the field. I have Iris. Truth be told, if there's any silver lining to your absence, it's that you weren't around to see me as Parallax. Bad enough Ollie was. How many more kids did Green Arrow lead astray while I was gone anyway? 1, actually, but I'm hoping that you and Ollie can start over. I'm not back to start over. Then what are you back for? Well, look at that, guys. That is pretty sweet right there. Yeah, buddy. The brave and the bold. Everyone's planning these big welcome back parties, including the league. So why? My ring. Find you here? What, you missed? I thought you saw it all from wherever it was you were. I'm catching up on what I missed. I wasn't anywhere, Hal. I was part of something, a part of the extra-dimensional lightning that all these speedsters access. The Speed Force? That's what they decided to call it, I guess. It's a storm of never-ending lightning to me. A lightning I'd see flare on the edge of the horizon whenever I'd push myself as fast as I could go. When I stopped the anti-monitor, when I ran to the Speed Force and joined, it was like shedding my identity. I completely lost any concept of who I was. My individuality vanished. My connection to Iris, my family members, it was gone. I can remember glimpses of the world, but it passed by, but it's fading. I'm back at the starting line. I just don't know why. Well, we should find out. We got Barry Allen and Hal Jordan yakking it up. Why? Because we needed you again, and use those big yellow boots of yours to stomp in Darkseid's face. The League could have handled Darkseid. Wally could have. Coming back wasn't a divine intervention, Hal. It was an accident like the lightning bolt that hit me. I can feel its Speed Force wants to draw me back in. No, you're back, Barry. You should be as thrilled as everyone else. I wasn't supposed to return. Wally's filled my boots, Hal. Wally has kids to look after. He's focused on tomorrow. Bart's back from the future, but Bart's focused on the past. And despite his time trying to wear your uniform, he's got years of running to do. You're in the present, pal. You're now. And you escaped a fate no one thought you could ever return from. Who cares how or why you're back? Stop a second and smile, Barry. I'm in a hurry to get things done. Oh, I rushing till life's no fun. All I really want to do is live and die. Oh, I ain't in a hurry and I don't know why. Kind of sounds like Barry Allen. You outrun death. Fallville, Iowa. You get in here right this minute. It's about to rain cats and dogs. Moo. Now you're talking, man. Race you. Last one there has to bring them in the trash. Hey, check it out. Check it out, bro. It smells like burning rubber. What is it? I don't know, but whatever it is, I think it's dead. You beat the Grim Reaper, Barry. Dang, bro. Look at that. Hey, what up, what up, what up, what up? Okay, guys. Thank you guys for joining in. You guys freaking rock. It's time to celebrate. No need. I've got to run. What's the hurry? I thought you were here to catch up. I've seen enough to get it. There's some new faces out here. A new mirror master, a speedster named Savitar, someone calling himself Tar Pit, but a lot of these old lives are the same. This Savitar wasn't imprisoned in the Speed Force, but it was astonishing that the justice system hasn't been able to keep the rogues locked up. Did the rogues ever stay locked up? Come on, Barry. Let's take a couple minutes. I don't have a couple minutes to waste, Hal. Waste? You're the fastest man alive. You're hitting 4 parties in a parade and a Flash family dinner all in one day. You got plenty of time to do everything. No, I don't. I might be back, but time hasn't stopped. The seconds are still ticking by. The Speed Force isn't going to conjure up a giant electrical hand and snap you back. Maybe not, but no matter what, one day at a time will run out on me again. It'll run out on all of us. Every second does matter. As much as I want to stop, I can't. Nope, can't do it. Sorry, guys. Tell everyone I'm sorry, but I just did that. But I'm not going to make it to the parties and parades. I can't be late. Late for what? For whatever the rest of the world needs me for. And off he goes. I can never be late again. Yeah. That's pretty sweet. Other speedsters were taken by the Speed Force. Johnny Quick, Max, Mercury, Savitar. They didn't get free, but I did. Even though I have nothing here to resolve. Fact is, there was only one open case I left behind, and it doesn't matter to anyone but me. Huh? I gave you a block head start, and you're still as slow as a turtle. I don't think you're trying, Barry. I am. I just don't act like racing. Hey, that's your house? Barry, wait up. Dad, Mom. Gosh, hey, get that boy out of here. Let go of me. Mom, you don't need to see this. Where's my dad? Where is he? Click, clack, a little night in the slammer. Bam. Dad. Barry. Oh, God, your mother. We got some police tape. I swear I wouldn't hurt her, son. Dad. Meow. I still see that cop car in front of me. And I still can't catch it. What the hell? Free. I am free. Looks like Savitar. The museum said he was a leader of the Speed Cult, a psychopathic who sacrificed innocent lives to run, and Wally pushed him into the Speed Force. Savitar's a murderer. He's guilty. And he's on the run. I'm not sure how you escaped, but you're about to wish you hadn't. Stay away from me. Which one of you is going to take responsibility for this? Not me. You know my nephew, but we haven't met. We pull over and get acquainted. Wally, you. Some kind of feedback. I can't slow down. You were the beginning, Alan, and you're the end. Boom, boom, boom. Lightning strikes twice. What the hell did I just do? Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. Zoom. Here's a cover by Ethan Van Sciver after Carmine Infantino with Alex Sinclair, The Flash Rebirth #2. Look at that creepy Flash in the back. He's like, that's like a zombie Flash. What did I do? Speaking of some covers, how about Flash Rebirth #2 variant cover by Ethan Van Sciver with Alex Sinclair. And now we are going to take a quick moment for a quick beverage break. Quick moment for the quick beverage break. All right. But yes, I do want to say okay, there we go. Sitting on a bunch of stuff. But yes, all right. We are back from our beverage break. But anyway, guys, we are in number 2 now. Rebirth number 2. And there's the cover, one of the covers for it. And then we got a variant. That's an Ethan Van Sciver and Alex Sinclair variant, guys. And I also do want to say thanks for tuning in. You guys freaking rock. And yeah, like I said, we do have those free giveaways every 50 subscribers. I don't like, like coming down there like, got this, make sure to do, I've always said it, guys, I just like making, sorry, I always said, I just like making these videos, they're fun, whatever, it's cool, and if you want to subscribe, that's great, because it really does help out a lot, and I really do appreciate it, and, that's cool, but if you don't want to, you just want to chill and have fun, that's cool too, so it's up to you, but to be in on the free giveaways, then you got to hit the subscribe button so you can be in on them. And we have them every 50 subscribers. And as of the making of this one right here, we were only 1 away. So 1 away from 800, guys. So once we reach that, we will be having a free giveaway. And there's also a surprise giveaway on the channel right now. In the live videos, just titled Surprise Free Giveaway. And nobody has won that as well either. So, if you would like the Fantastic Four Monsters Unleashed, the new Fantastic Four with Spidey, Wolvie, Hulk, and the Ghost Rider, that's on the channel right now. Nobody's won that yet as well. And like I said, we have them every free giveaways every 50 subscribers. And as of the making of this one, we were only 1 away. So, keep your eyes out for that. And I just wanted to take a little beverage break and tell you guys that you guys are awesome. And tell you guys that you guys are awesome. Get hydrated up. So we got, because you can't go fast if you don't have the right nutrients, and like if you don't eat all your vegetables, guys. So, yep, I'm coming on here and I'm telling you, make sure to drink all your milk and eat all your vegetables. That way you can be as fast as the Flash as well. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now back to the freaking show. It's pretty great so far, though, guys. Now we're on Flash Rebirth number 2. Number 2. Ooh. So, yes, thank you, guys. Thank you. The Congo Basin, Africa, Gorilla City. Ooh. Oh, look at that, guys. We got a Flash gorilla right there. That's pretty freaking cool. All right, let's see what happens. The Balkan Mountains. Those who wish to ride the lightning. Who seek the baptism by the fifth force beyond strong and weak. Electromagnetic and gravity. All of us, we sacrifice blood and speed. Your acolytes ask for your return, High Priest. True master of the speed force. True master of the speed force. And my master, Savitar. I beg for your blessings on us once again. You always liked when I begged. Do you remember? Yes, praise the lightning, Savitar. Come forth from the speed force. Return to us. Savitar is the bad one that was on the run in the last one that Flash was trying to get. Yeah. So let's see if he catches him. Whoa. Boom. Well, I guess that answers that, guys. Well, stay away from me. No, you're a beginning, Alan. And you're the end. No. Kaboom. Oh. Check it out, guys. He's got them new Nike CrossFit trainers right there, man. If you can't run 110 miles an hour with those things on, well, it's not their fault then. It's your legs' fault. Because those things, man, whew, they're built for speed. My first thought, this looks like a crime scene. Barry. It also looks kind of like those Mag Force 10s that Marty McFly had on in Back to the Future, with those ones where you push a button and then they lace up by themselves. That you see some people wearing around nowadays, that they pay like 25 grand for, them Nike Air Mags. That's the Flash yellow submarine zoom train air mag exclusively at Dick's Sporting Goods. I don't think I'd actually catch up. You stopped running. Don't get too close, Hal. What happened? His metal mask wasn't affected, only his flesh, meaning he disintegrated from the inside out. Who did? Savitar. He worshipped the Speed Force, created his own speed cult, and as soon as I reached high velocity, I think he used me in a doorway to escape from his prison. His prison being the one where he was trapped in the Speed Force, right? Yes. So Savitar was trying to follow your footsteps out, and it cost him his life. I'm not sure what happened when I touched him, but I was supposed to meet Wally and the others at home for dinner. You should do that and spend some time with. This is Wally's he know how to deal with this. Remember that. Remember then I would. You remember the drill. Contain the scene. Barry. Before you finish his name, guys, of course, he is gone. That's what I'm talking about. And look at that. He is off with a vengeance. Look at that. That's cool. All right. Hal's not happy. He's not used to me keeping my distance. I'm sure Hal thinks he can somehow help me settle back in. He thinks we can relate to my return to his. But the truth is, before he came back, the Green Lantern Corps no longer existed. He'd been corrupted by Parallax, and everyone remembered him as a murderer. Before I came back, everything was fine. Now, something's changed, something's different. I feel more driven, more anxious, like I'm neck deep in a case. What's wrong with... Hey! That your house? Barry, wait up. There's a cop car in front of Iris's home. My muscles lock up as they feed off the Speed Force. Before I take another step, my brain goes into overdrive, and my life flashes before my eyes. Alan, you're late. Lieutenant Fry, sir, what the hell are you doing? What the hell, Bobby? What the hell, Bobby? The medical examiner removed from the victim's clothes before we could bag them. I'm trying to locate any fibers that he didn't accidentally shake off. And it's taken you all morning to do it already. Already hauled in the primary suspect, who we can't convict without evidence, Desmond. Alan's just what we lab rats call methodical. Methodical, sir. Call him what he really is, Patty. The slowest man alive. Pick up the pace, Alan. You want this thing to walk because you couldn't be bothered to show up at the courthouse on time. That's now, and for God's sake, dress up for the jury. Look educated so they actually listen to you. To what? What? Your tie, Alan. Where's your tie? I don't own a tie. Somebody get this jerk a tie. I got one in here somewhere. It's from the policeman's ball last month. Don't worry, Alan. Don't worry, bro. It's a clip-on. It's a clip-on. Now, that's my kind of tie, guys, because, man, screw them little tutorials on how to tie a tie. Okay, back to the show. We located and identified over 24 trace fragments of glass ranging from 0.25 to 10 millimeters on Mr. Scudder's clothes and hair. The fragments' chemical composition and refractive index measurements were identical to the one-way mirror that was shattered across the victim. It's a scientific fact. Sam Scudder is guilty of burglary and murder. Officer Allen? Iris West, crime reporter for the Central City Citizen. Hi. Quite a show in there. They deliberated for less than 5 minutes. Actually, I think that's about the average time Central City's juries rush through their civic duty. Sure, but normally they come back not guilty. The defense lawyers in this town are all slick as ice. How about an interview? I said everything in the courtroom, Miss West. Sam Scudder's case is closed. Not about Sam Scudder, about you, about your mother. Well, let's hear about it. Hey, what up, what up? We got Ben in the house. This part I was scared. Like, oh, shit. Okay. Can we get the another light, please? I'm having a time seeing some of the details. Oh, okay. Let's see where we're at. About your mother. Okay. We will, yeah, let's try to do that. One second, guys. 1 second. 1 second. There we go. I think maybe now. There. All right. Sorry about that. Sorry. I think that might have helped though. And that is good to know too, because I will solve that problem. Okay. Back to the show. Okie dokie. Are you still working the case? Do you still believe your father was innocent? That's personal. He died in prison, what, a year ago, too? Please, Miss West, I don't talk about the case anymore. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. It's all right. It's all right. Look, I'm new at this. I'm a hustler, but I'm no Lois Lane, not yet. How about I buy you a cup of coffee to apologize? I don't drink coffee. You don't drink coffee? Everyone in Central City drinks coffee. I'm not exactly in step with everyone else. Dinner then tomorrow night. I've got to work. I could really use a friend inside the crime lab, Barry. I guess I could give coffee another try. Dinner? The Italian restaurant on the corner of Broadway and 4th Street. 9 o'clock. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And don't be late. Same thing every night, huh, Patty? I don't think I've ever seen the guy go home. Me either, Forrest. What's he always working on? A case that only Alan calls cold. Oh no, Iris. I always kept Iris waiting. I was always late, Captain Fry. They could use a crime reporter like you again. The ones the Central City citizens have hounded the station now are all shock, no substance. They write grisly recaps of murder without the human stories behind them. You never got sensational with it, Iris. You always made it about the people left behind. The people left behind and bringing the guilty to justice are the only things that matter in a homicide. Everyone in the world thinks a Barry Allen is dead, and why doesn't Fry? I appreciate your being discreet about your return, Captain Fry. Your husband was one of the finest police officers I've ever known, Iris. When I received a call from the FBI, I was thrilled to know he was alive. I'm not often someone in witness protection gets their life back. Witness protection? Where was Alan been hiding all these years anyway? Somewhere warm. Somewhere warm, guys. Somewhere warm. Yeah, probably in Arkansas. No, because then it'd be somewhere hot. But, okay. Alan, I almost didn't believe it. You haven't aged today. Or Mississippi, like they're saying. Or anywhere down south, really. Jeez. I mean, it's nuts. But, welcoming you back with the bottle of scotch I've been saving is going to have to wait. I've got a homicide case on my hands. Don't you have a CSI for that? They were the ones that were murdered, Alan, in their lab last night, along with 2 other officers. What about the daytime team? You're the best forensic scientist Central City ever had. Meticulous, honest, and a lot harder to find that in this town than it used to be. I appreciate that, but I'm not exactly up to speed with today's forensics. Alan, can you excuse me a minute, Captain? Witness protection, Iris. One woman used her government connections to account for the absence over the last several years. Why would she do that? Why would she do that? The Justice League assume that you want to pick up where you left off. I've been dead for years. The world has moved on. You did too, and I'm glad you were able to. But I would have given anything to get you back. Don't forget your return is a good thing, Barry, and don't forget how happy everyone is that you're here. I know. And then I'll remember me like I was some kind of saint. But I was too late to force my father to prove my father was innocent before he died in prison. I stood trial for the murder after I snapped Professor Zoom's neck. I ran away to the future with you when my life unraveled. I was never a saint. I was just a guy chasing justice. Flash fact, Iris. I don't need to be here. Sometimes life isn't about need, Barry. It's about want. Iris, it's Wally. Do you know where Barry is? Is he all right? Yes, why? There's been some kind of accident. Oh. That doesn't sound good, guys. Does not sound good. It started with Jay, New York, the brownstone of the Justice Society of America. I'm fine, Joan, just a little winded. Apparently he experienced some kind of speed seizure. He collapsed. Liberty Bell suffered something similar, but to the much lesser extent. She's no longer as connected to the Speed Force like her father was, but she still has some kind of residual tie. Bart's a different story. His seizure was longer than Jay's and more painful. San Francisco, Teen Titans Tower. I want to talk, Wally. They don't want you running until we finish these tests. Can't you do it any faster? No, Bart. Oh, man. The same kind of Speed Force surge struck me and the kids. New York, Titans Tower. A vanilla for Ira and chocolate for Jay. Thanks, but I don't feel like ice cream. But you love ice cream. Where's running tests? We're running tests. There we go. Okay. But the science behind the Speed Force is still an unknown. All we know is that it happened to all of us at nearly the same moment. Barry, the same moment, right after Savitar died. Why didn't I feel anything, Wally? And why, out of all places, is there something kind of lightning storm in the town I was born in? Could be the weather wizard or abracadabra. But it's not. It looks like it's another dead speedster, but is both bones and flesh. They're ash. That's the Black Flash, right? The dark entity from the Speed Force. There's been no sign of his Black Flash since we used him like a weapon against Darkseid. Maybe it was too much for it. The Black Flash showed up at any time a speedster was about to die and join the Speed Force. You're talking about Johnny Quick and Bart's mentor? Max Mercury. So this is death for speedsters? How do you kill death? With you. Oh boy, it's getting good now, guys, because we got the Black Flash in the house. In the house. Okay. You killed my master. The air sucked out of my lungs and the blue bar kicks up the ashes. Wally, I've got her. Whoever you are, I'm warning you to stop. Dang. Okay. My name is Christina Alexandrova, High Priestess to the Speed Lord Savitar. You murdered the man I worship. You'll kill us all. I've dealt with her before, but she's faster than normal. Supercharged somehow. Empowered by the deaths of Savitar's followers. I have the speed of hundreds. We're still faster. Whoa. It happens as soon as I touch her. Just like Savitar. Wally convulses in a pain. It hits him too. Some kind of feedback, and I can't slow down. What is it? What's happening to me? You, Barry. Wally fights through the pain, but I still see terror in his eyes. Dead run. You're the new Black Flash. Check that out, guys. Whoa. Check that out. That is sweet. We got this Rebirth right here. We got the Black Flash. And we got the Black Flash. And we got the Superman. The Superman. That's the Flash Rebirth #2, covered by Eden Van Sciver with Alex Sinclair. Da 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 da. Boom! This is freaking epic. That is awesome. The Flash Rebirth #3 variant, covered by Ethan Van Sciver and Brian Miller of Hi-Fi. That's epic. Trying to get that. Yeah, there we go. Check that out. That's sweet. Yeah, guys. That's cool. Central City. I warned you, magician. There isn't room in this century for the both of us. Boom. New York City. Headquarters of the Justice Society of America. Jesse. Oh, hold on, Dr. Midnight. Said you shouldn't be on your feet. You might risk triggering the tie to your Speed Force again. What are you doing out here? Why'd they put them together like this, Rick? My parents separated when I was a kid. Johnny Quick and Liberty Bell were the quintessential couple of the All-Star Squadron. Just people like to remember things in their best light. What would Dad think if he came back? I tried to fill his boots, but becoming Jesse Quick, but my connection to the Speed Force weakened. I let it slip away, and I ran towards my mother, even though it was my dad who was always there for me, who was always supported me. If becoming Liberty Bell brought you closer to your mother, your dad would have thought it was a good thing. I hope so. Boom. My daughter, Barry. Please, whatever you do, don't hurt my daughter. Tell Jessie I love her. Dad! Fallville, Iowa. I recognize some of them as they arrive. Lots of the others are entirely new to me. But they're all here to do the same thing. We're going to help you, Barry. Please, Wally, stay away from me. They want to bring a dead man back to life. Dang. It's still hard to look Wally in the eyes. The last time I really spent time with him, he was a good 4 inches shorter and shoulders weren't as broad, and he wasn't wearing the uniform. It fits him, though. I knew it would. My body must be processing inherent amounts of Speed Force to keep me here. It's taking every bit it can, but it wants more. I feel guilty. I've never felt guilty. That's why we're going to separate you from the Speed Force, Barry. While Wally has gotten older, Jay's gotten younger in energy and enthusiasm. I've heard what he's done in the Justice Society. Now he's training the kids of the future. Jay always wanted to be a father. In some ways, he's like mine was, a man who loved facts, a man who loved his wife, a good man. The black aura crackling around you is made up of the dead fuel cells, but they're still burning through the Speed Force at an unimaginable rate. We're going to increase the vibrational frequency inside the chamber, and at the very edge of the multiverse. Transcendence will discharge the corrupted lightning running through your veins and will sever your tie from it. Essentially, you'll be grounded back to the earth, and then you won't be the fastest man anymore, but you will be alive. What about you, Max? What happened to Max Mercury, Grandpa? Bart, you're supposed to be in my house with Linda and the twins. It might not be safe here. I knew there was something different at the moment I got back. I felt it. Bart, I thought it was Max. I thought he was free. Barry Allen, my grandson from the future, a boy I barely know. If there was ever a symbol of my past, it's standing right in front of me. His connection to the Speed Force might rival Wally's, and he felt the disturbance I'm causing. But how? But it was you. Why didn't Max get out too? Is Max dead? I don't know, Bart. Barry. Iris, you shouldn't be here either. You can't help. She can, Barry. I'm not an expert on the Speed Force like Max Mercury was, but I do know it's more than just feel, and it reacts to the state of mind. I held myself back from the full throttle for years, and I would have been lost to the Speed Force myself if it wasn't for Linda. She's a lightning rod. You need yours. You have to stop. It's a Speed Force, Iris. I'm not talking about the Speed Force. I'm talking about Barry Allen. You lived here running across the roads of America, racing towards a parallel world, and sprinting from the past and the future, solving crimes and stopping the bad guys. But you always took a breath. You always slowed down long enough to spend time with your friends and family. With me. You're too late. Much too late that I should still be sitting here in a Central City girl doesn't like to be kept waiting, Officer Allen. Sorry, I was working a case, Miss West. Anything young and eager cute reporter would be interested in. Then maybe we can go there for dessert to talk about it. It's really not that exciting. Oh, I bet it could be. Don't discuss my work outside of the lab. It's kind of a rule I have. Well, I hope this will change your mind. I got you. A gift? What is it? An apology for sticking my nose where it didn't belong. Not a lot of guys can pull off a bow tie. I thought you'd look better in red. I don't really, you don't really get a lot of gifts. It's very nice, Miss Vest. Thank you. Barry, run. Boom. Jay, Bart, Wally. I feel it reaching out. Hal. Barry, get me out of here. Get me away from them. Hal, now. Barry, I love you. Barry. Every bolt of lightning is aiming for him. I'm contacting Dr. Calder and the others. I'll tell them to meet us at the Justice League headquarters inside of Fallville. Is anyone following us, Hal? Not according to my ring. Good. Let me out. What are you doing? Making an executive decision. I'm running back to the Speed Force. You can't do that. I can't say goodbye to them again, Hal. I can't say goodbye to Iris. She'll understand. I hope you do too. Zoom! Barry. Barry's gone, man. Superman. Oh, man, look at this. Look who caught up to him. I'm not going to let you do this. Oh man, this is getting intense. Yeah, the League has lost John and Arthur. Bruce, we can't lose you too, Barry. Not when there's still hope. I can't risk hurting anyone else, Clark. Everyone, I know, you can understand why I have to do this. You already sacrificed years of your life for everyone, and you've given a second chance. It wasn't a get-out-of-jail-free card. It was a wish off my monkey's paw. We don't know that for sure. You can't stop me. I've raced you before, Barry. I even won some of those races. Those are for charity, Clark. Zoom. Look at that. There's our answer right there. Yep. Superman's, he's running back. Superman's trying to stop him. He said, I've raced you before. I've even beat you a couple times. He says, yeah, those were for charity, Clark. And then, zoom. That's great. Okay. Green. A band of muscle in my thigh tightens up. A surge runs down my spine as it ignites. Flesh transforms into electricity, and I remember what happened when I became a part of the Speed Force. The Hindu scriptures of the Upanishads describe a transferable afterlife, an infinite reality called Brahman. Come on, Barry, move. Like the Speed Force, you become part of the enigmatic light. And while there is a sense of ultimate awareness that's gained answers to unanswerable questions and a perspective of the universe as if it were an ant farm, I've learned you trade who you are for it. You lose any semblance of individuality. I can't be late. Late for what? Run. I shatter the cosmic vibration that underpins the universe, and time ruptures around me. I watch my life rewind. I see my return. Run. Keep running, Barry. Gotta keep running. My death. My trial. My friends. Wally. Iris. Made the split-second decision to willfully snuff out the Reverse Flash's life. I thought you'd look better in red. As long as I remember Iris, I'll be all right. He's flying, guys. As long as I remember Iris, I'll be all right. I could really use a friend inside the crime lab. As long as I remember Iris, I'll... Come on, Alan, it's time to put the box away. It doesn't matter anymore. It matters to me. As long as I remember, I can prove it, Dad. I can get you out of here. Don't do this for me, son. Do this for your mother. Dad, what's her name? No, don't let me forget it. Congratulations, Dr. and Miss Allen. It's a boy. Take me, but don't take that away too. Please. What's her name? Her name is Iris. And your name? Your name is Barry Allen. You need to say it. Your name is Barry Allen. Barry Allen. Johnny. Max. 3 times 2, 9YZ, 4A. The F formula, speed and time, you're the answer. What? My daughter, Barry? Whatever you do, please don't let it hurt my daughter. Johnny, let go. Tell Jessie I love her, and tell Libby, tell my wife I never stop missing her. Max, don't touch me. I'll kill you. No, it's not you, Professor. Come on in. Do you understand yet, Barry? Do you not see what I've done? I've shifted you into reverse. Rear view mirrors. The Flash Rebirth number 4, covered by Eden Van Sciver and Brian Miller of Hi-Fi. Right there's the Flash Rebirth number 4, variant cover by Eden Van Sciver and Brian Miller of Hi-Fi. Might recognize that picture right there. Well, here you go. Bruce and I used to compare notes on the seemingly endless list of criminals dealt, and we tried to one-up each other. Two-Face and Captain Cold, Killer Croc and Gorilla Grodd, the Joker and the Reverse Flash, a.k.a. Professor Idabad Twain, a scientist in analytical dynamics from the 25th century and a predatory stalker. Thawne spent his life trying to replicate the accident that transformed me into the Flash, and he succeeded. He then came back and studied me to become and learn about my speed. And like a rat in a maze, Twain made me run. He threatened the lives of everyone I loved, and when it became life or death, when it was him or them, in a moment of confusion, I snapped his neck. He's back, and he's different. His after images sneer and grin. They disappear, and he inhales them. When he speaks, it crackles with static. You're early. You're early. You're early. Out for once. Wally J. Bart, I should have taken one of them dying before you were willing to rejoin the Speed Force, though in the truth you were simply converted to a higher power, transformed into pure enlightenment. I killed you. I have a resurrection of my own in the days ahead, Barry, thanks to a good friend of yours. You murdered Johnny Quick. Barry, wait. Yes, Johnny Quick, you're caught red-handed. Now stop this. This is not a race to see who's faster. I am. You have no lightning here, and this is my Speed Force, and it's taking over yours like a cancer. You know, I must concentrate to commend you for actually attempting to unlock the science behind our lightning, Maxwell. It's something sadly Barry never thought to do. He just ran that in a naive smile, but it was staring both at us right back in the face all those years. For every positive, there must be a negative. Well, you guys are on that roller coaster that only goes up, my friends. Back to the show. This sea of red light is a negative Speed Force, Barry, and every step I run I generate its crimson fury. I am its engine, and my lightning poisons your family through you. Upon my return, you can imagine my utter disappointment to discover you've sacrificed yourself to save the universe. History is a way of defining men in a single act, and you became much, much more than you ever truly were. A boring lab rat was romanticized into its most selfless hero of its time. You left a legacy that thrived and grew, and it appeared that there was nothing I could do, no revenge to be had. Your story was over, so I thought. Are you listening to me, Barry? Class is in session. Class is in session. All right. After your historic sacrifice destroying the anti-monitor's weapon, you were lost to its Speed Force. Years later, when Bart Allen's life was threatened, you emerged to help your descendant, Grandpa, but you left the door open. I sent you a message, a subliminal pulse trying to wake you up what was left of your self-awareness before it faded away again. To draw you back under the auspicious guise that you were actually needed to confront a great evil. Then my most ambitious experiment began. I transformed myself to a new kind of speedster. I ran hard, generating enough negative energy to leave you contaminated. Run. I turn you into a weapon against your family, Barry. You were supposed to kill them with a touch. You were supposed to live your last days in guilt. You were supposed to go down in history as a monster, not a martyr. Uh, what you weren't supposed to do was burn off my lightning and venture here. Or was your sacrifice anything but maybe you didn't really want to be back? You couldn't face the fact that the world had moved on. It wasn't driven my ego like you, Thwain, but now I know why I felt on the edge to outrun me. You felt on the edge to outrun me. You infected me. You think it's all because of the violent clash between the golden and crimson lightning? You really have no idea, do you? Oh, Barry, your buttons were all so easy to push. They have been since the very beginning. In your time period, if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. Fallville, Iowa. Barry wouldn't give up like that. I know he's been strangely distant, Iris, but Barry wasn't giving up. He didn't want to risk anyone's life but his own. He said you'd understand. We do, Superman. But it doesn't mean we'll accept it. What can we all do? What can we do, Wally? It's what I can do, Iris. While Iris works on rebuilding this lightning rod, I'm going to Speed Force. I'm going to bring Barry back. You touch Barry, and you could end up aged to dust like Savitar. Superman said Barry's black art was stripped away when he ran. Even so, you know the kind of pull the Speed Force has. You could be as lost as Barry. Max never got out, Wally. Then I'll bring him back too, Bart. And Wally, I've escaped Speed Force before, Jay, and I'll escape it again. Oh. Okay, guys. Good. Well, oh. Look out, John. Step aside, Duke. All right, we're still connected. All right. Oh no, connection's going poor. All right, we're still connected pretty good right here. Well, maybe not. Yeah, good enough. Sorry. Let's see about that. Hey, what's up? If you're just joining now, or if you're joining, whoa, hold on, I'm gonna fix that. But the weirdest thing just happened. I was just, we were streaming, doing good, and he was running fast through the Matrix, right? And I think he cracked it. We cracked the Matrix, guys, and it just went black. Everything just went black. I'm like, what the heck happened? I don't know. I thought it was gone, and so I click on it, trying to get it back, whatever. And luckily, we were able for it to come back. So, luckily, I was able to get the stream back. But like I said, I don't know what happened. We cracked the Matrix with the flash here. It was running too fast, and it just went away. The whole thing just went black. I don't know what happened. And I was like, what happened? I was trying to push buttons and everything. It just happened. And I was like, what the heck? But luckily, I was able to get it back. And so I was having a smoke. So I'm going to finish that real quick, though. Here's where we're at. Coming up right here. And it's pretty freaking epic. So, sorry, guys. And thank you for... I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know. But there you go. Okay. Thank you guys for sticking it out. I don't know how that worked. But it looks like I got to plug this in too. Alright. We got a lot of stuff going on now. But we'll be right back. Okay. Okay, once again, there we are. We are back now. And I don't know what happened, guys. Like, we were doing fine, going great. It was pretty epic. He's freaking just ain't letting nothing stop him, guys. He's freaking running. And it just went black. Like, the screen just went black, and then I was pushing buttons, and like I said, I don't know. But luckily, we got it back now, so we're good to go now, guys. So we're going to get back into it. I thought we lost the whole thing there for a second. I was like, what's going on, man? All right. So, now we're going to have to do a little bit of a recap here. He was right here, and he's like, I've escaped the Speed Force before, Jay, and I'll escape it again. I've got Linda. Yeah. He's, as long as I have Linda, I'll find my way back. The West family home. All right, you change out of that uniform right now. But I want it to help Uncle Barry, Mom. Bart, I gotta go. Bart didn't get to go, honey. Bart left. Then I want to leave too. I want to be like Bart. Bart's cool. You heard your father. You shouldn't use your powers right now. It might be dangerous. Then they might need my help, Mom. I can do things they can't. All you can do is walk through stuff. I bet Barry thinks that's stupid. I sure do. It's not. It's not stupid. Right. She just ruined my game, Jay. And what, Mom? You wanted her to stop, and that didn't help. It's not stupid. I like what I can do. I guess there's one thing you can't run through, though. Me. Oh, look at that. The Speed Force. Congratulations, Mr. and Mr. West. It's a boy and a girl. You just had twins. Bart, wait. Fun's lightning is corrupting me. We need to find a way out of here, Max. I can't get out, Barry. What? Jay. Sorry, guys. There we go. Okay. Jay has Joan. Wally has Linda. You have Iris. All the speedsters, when they're pushed to their limits, they need a lightning rod to ground them. The headquarters of the Justice Society of America. 3 times 2, 9YZ, 4A equals question mark. 3 times 2, 9YZ equals question mark. Okay, what happened? As soon as her father faded away, she started saying his speed formula over and over. He's helping, coming. Just hold on. Just hold on for me, babe. I never had an anchor, and Johnny lost Liddy. That's why neither of us could escape but you. I can't run out of here, Max. I'm cut off from the Speed Force. No, you're not. You're not like the rest of us, Barry. You're like Twain. Well, when I first saw that bright light on the horizon, I tried to run into it. But every time I got close, I jumped forward in time. I didn't know, and it was because I was running towards you. Me, this has all began with you, Barry. When you were hit by that ball of lightning, you didn't tap into the Speed Force. You created it. When you run, you generate the kinetic wall between the present and the time barrier, and it's an electrical energy that exists in every dimension, every universe, and every era. It touches every part of reality, and it contains the knowledge of every place and time. Speed Force is the all-encompassing flash fact. If you don't stop Twain, the reverse flash will run and his Speed Force will grow and continue to eat away at yours, destroy yours. You need to move, create more fields. See Iris, lightning rod? Protect them. Protect them. Protect Barry. Run, Barry, run. Leave that uniform alone. Linda, Wally. All right, do I have to, Mom? All right, I want to apologize. Oh my God. Hello, Miss West. I am Professor Ebord Twain. Mom, I must give Wally some credit. You're much more attractive in the flesh than you are in the history files. You look like your son has your eyes. Mom, I can feel you tied to the Speed Force tangled in a knot, and the bodies haven't mangled to mainline it yet. Let me go. Wally, I need help. I don't know how. but Twain is here. Twain, hush now, children. I'll lint angle the nuts, and then I'll strangle you with the rope. I'll untangle the knots and strangle you with the rope. Dang. Oh, that's pretty brutal. Zoom. Boom. Bam. Just backhands him there. Thwap. I hear a noise like popcorn, and Barry said I have an ego. I never had parades. Max is being broken down one atom at a time. Everyone said how volatile the Speed Force can be, and it can be letting it control me. But if I'm in the engine and the Speed Force, if the lightning comes from me, keep away from me, Kid Flash. I've turned into a human lightning bolt. I need to turn the engine over. Come on, Barry, where are you? You're behind all the others, aren't you? You heard Barry. I've heard Barry in more ways than you could ever imagine, Mr. Garrett. But here's a way I haven't. Your aura protects you from the friction. I can take it away. Stop, leave him alone. Now, you jerk. You're on the wrong side of this feud, boy. A field that extends across time. I've broken through, Max, but they must be running. The negative Speed Force is still growing. I can't get it out. Barry, Wally, is that you? I'm here, Barry. I'm bringing you home. Your mother may be a Thane, but your father was an Allen. Your blood is polluted. Look on the bright side, Professor Plum. We're only half related. Come on, Max, we have to go. I can't. I wasn't there for my kids, Max, for Wally, and I wasn't there for Barb, but you were. After everything you gave my grandson, and after everything you sacrificed to help him learn and grow, you're like his father, Max, your family. And there's no way I'm leaving family behind. So come on, you still have a lot of race to run. You have no idea what kind of storm you created for my family. Your very existence disgusts me. Where's Johnny? Thwan, Wally, Thwan here. This is a pleasure. The pleasure is going to be all ours, Professor. Max! Yes, I see it now, Rick. Jesse, 3 times 2, 9YZ 4A. I know the answer. Jesse Quick, Max Mercury, Jay Garrick, Wally West, Barry Allen, Bart Allen, Barry Allen. I'm back, Dwayne. The Speed Force, but this time it's on my terms. Flash facts. Look at that. But this time it's on my terms. Flash facts. That's sweet. Okay, we got Flash Rebirth number 5. And there's another number 5 variant cover. Ethan Shiver, Brian Miller. The past. I can't believe it, Mom. No one's stopping to help us. I guess everyone is too much in a hurry. Where are they going that's so important? Well, when you pass someone by that needs your help, Barry, you can stop. I will. Of course you will. Wow, nice work, Mom. When it comes to lemon, I've got the magic touch. Next stop, the comic shop. The coffee shop. Oh, coffee. Heck yeah, bro. Coffee and comics. I don't drink coffee. You don't drink coffee? You're going to be falling asleep a lot in the lab, Alan. I'm a night owl, Forrest. I thought you said you were a morning person. That too, Patty. Weirdo. I've been out of step with everyone else for as long as I can remember. Excuse me, sorry, hold the bus. I never got to work on time. I never left on time. I don't think I've been seen the guy go home. What's he I was working on? I've been standing still since the day my mom was murdered. I spent my life trying to prove my dad didn't do it, and I let the world pass me by. Now, I used to get that the same feeling of the isolation after I became the Flash. When I run, everything else slows down to a crawl and the world goes silent. I exist between the past and the future. I ride the singular point of the present. If Flash's weakness is in the kryptonite and the color yellow, it's the only thing that we have to do is escape solitary. We have to slow down. When I returned from the Speed Force after years of being away, I felt different. I felt like I couldn't stop. I felt alone again. Central City. But I'm not. I'm not alone. And I'm alive. The reverse flash is back. We need to shut him down. The rest can wait. Everybody good with that? A year later, when lightning struck her nephew, Wally West, I didn't have to run alone anymore. Yes, I never needed to be the fastest. I just needed to be the only one. Remember the number one rule you taught me, Barry? I feel like I did the night I was struck by lightning twice. First, there was the bolt that shattered the window in the crime lab and it turned into the flash. Then again, over the dinner of a young crime reporter named Iris West. Never run in the shoes with laces. I learned that the hard way. That was the number 4, Bart, and I learned number 1 from Jay. When you fight, you gotta do more than run. Watch yourself now, boys. Things are about to get loud. Ooh. Jay sets off a sonic bomb. We outrun the sound waves. And as long as Thorne's feet don't touch the ground, he doesn't have any traction to follow us. Hey Max, did you know that I read the entire San Francisco Library in 5 minutes? You did. And unlike every other speed reader, I remember it all too. What's your favorite book? Well, none was my favorite. I learned this from a friend of Wally's. Zolomon? Who? Slow down. Mom, it hurts, and it hurts, and Mom, remember what your father taught you when your powers go into spasm. Dad doesn't understand. Dad doesn't. Focus on me, Jay. Breathe for me, honey. Don't touch him, Mom. Right. I can see what went wrong this whole time. Jay and I were born together. We've been sharing a connection to the Speed Force. We've been fighting over it like we fight over everything, but still it hurt both of us if we were keep doing it. I have to admit, Barry, I'm actually glad you pulled back the curtain. Now you know it was me who dragged you kicking and screaming out of the Speed Force. And it was me who caused your family all of this pain yet again. You're my brother, Jay. I don't want to hurt you anymore. I don't want you to hurt anymore. Hey, let go. Huh? Have you figured the rest out yet? You're the police officer, Barry. What's my MO? Hey, Mom, what's wrong with her? I don't know. I do. Liberty Bell? I felt my father's hand on my shoulder guiding me here. His voice is fading, but he says your daughter is one of us now. Area West. She's the next generation. 3 times 2, 9, YX, 4A. I may be from the future, but the past is so much more fascinating. Hey, Bart, catch. The people, Bart. Ahead of you, Max. And I've always been fascinated by this helmet, and it modeled after your father's, wasn't it? From World War I? I'm always up for a game of catch. I should be in a museum, Jay, like you. You know what the Speed Force really needs more of? Girl power. Yeah, and way less of you. Dang. Boom. There's some girl power kicked right to the freaking face. Here you go, Mr. Gert. Thanks, kiddo. Right, hey, Dad. Hey, Bart. Hey. We can't just slow down. Can we, Max? No, with every step Twan takes, he generates a negative Speed Force. We need to cut him off from it, completely immobilize him. You can't help them, Max. You can't risk moving too fast. You have no lightning rod to ground you. Everyone stick close and picture your uniform in your mind. What are you doing, Wally? A little trick I learned with the Speed Force. It's easier than keeping your suit in a ring, and it'll give you one hell of a pick-me-up. Looks like you just gave us our second wind, and I like this new suit. I'll have to teach you this trick. Check that out. That's sweet. Trick? All I did was manipulate the Speed Force into regenerating your uniforms. He's as much a novice as a daughter. Impulse. The new impulse. Jay, you and your wife should be approaching a century in age and yet 50 years younger. You and Bart should be aged up and down so many times you shouldn't have survived the process. Your twins' rapid aging, Wally, and your wife's Barry. Don't you say her name ever. Iris. Aren't you wondering Iris doesn't look a day older than the day you left her? The Speed Force isn't a simple field to amplify acceleration. That's only part of it. Knowledge and evolution and every scientist's holy grail. Youth. Say goodbye to your family now, Barry. We need some alone time. As I've said before, the things we are truly capable of are unimaginable, at least to you. All this talk about what you can do and what you know, but look at the facts, Thon. Your plan didn't work. The second part, maybe, but the first part, Barry, that's already done. That's history. Do you remember the day you broke your arm in the 6th grade? Oh no, someone pushed you down the stairs in school, but when you look back, no one was there. Do you remember the electrical fire that burned down your first house in the Fallvale and the day you moved to Central City and you left the back door open and your dog ran out and got hit by a car? And what if every bad thing that happened to you was orchestrated by one person, by an enemy you hadn't even made yet? I opened the door, Barry. I started the fire. I pushed you down the stairs. Wow, nice work, Mom. When it comes to this lemon, I've got the magic touch. You did it. You didn't you? Mom, you son of a bitch. Yes. Oh. I murdered your mother, Barry. Dang. Dang. She fought on how she fought. You're lying. That's just you've lived a life where you've watched your parents grow old together, but that's gone now, Barry. It's gone forever. I've learned through experience you can't change the past because you've tried. I know you've tried, but thanks to my Speed Force, I can. That's what's different. That's what I've been feeling. It had nothing to do with the Speed Force. It's me. But there are some things that haven't changed in this new life of yours. What was it that you kept chanting to yourself? As long as I'll remember Iris, I'll be all right. Shut up. I'm going to take her from you in every way, Barry, before you two ever married, before you even dated. She's going to die, and you're going to forget her. Iris! Martha May, the past. Good evening. A little late for coffee, isn't it? If I'm awake, I'm drinking. It's been a problem since the 3rd grade. What can I help you with, Missy? I wanted to get a gift for someone. I'm meeting tonight. Sort of an apology for putting my foot in my mouth. What do I do? Which I do a lot. Anything specific in mind? Do you have any bow ties? It's on special. I was thinking something in red. As long as I kill Iris, everything will be all right. Oh boy. We got the Flash Rebirth number 6 cover. Ethan Shiver, Brian Miller. Whew. Right here's a variant cover by those two. Number 6. Whew. I'm going to keep going because this is, we're almost done here and it's getting freaking epic. Man, is Iris going to live? Wally and I once ran so fast that we were thrown into the distant past. When we eventually found our way back, my mind saw a glimpse of an idea, presumably from the Speed Force, and I want the next few weeks, which I stretched into relative years, designing the cosmic treadmill. It allowed me to calibrate the exact area in which we could run. Without the treadmill, we wouldn't have control over where we land. Apparently, that isn't a problem for Thane. He can do things that we can't. We can travel in time. He can alter history, my history. He disappears into the blinding blood-red horizon on his way back to do it again. He leaves behind a trail, but it's nothing I can hold on to. He's getting away. The man who murdered my mother is getting away, and I've hit the wall. I can't be too late, not this time. I have to push past this. I have to save Iris. I have to run like I never have so I can save her life and mine. I can do this. I have to do this. All I need, come on, damn it. All I need is a little push. Boom. I've got you. Wally. Where's the others? Doing what you asked to. Where's Thon? Everthon murdered my mother. Running back in time without a cosmic treadmill? Why would he run back in time? He's from the 25th century. He's not running away, Wally. Where's he running to? To change the past, Wally. As long as I kill Iris, everything will be alright. That's what he's trying to do. Yeah. What? How? Why would he? It's the way his twisted mind works. It's a sick joke. He took revenge on me before I ever became the Flash. Altering the past is supposed to be impossible. According to every rule we know, but we can do it. Why leave you alive? He needs me alive. His Speed Force can't exist without me. But he wants every step I take to be painful. Thank you. He's going to love it. He's always been after Iris. Oh, perfect. That's never changed. Taxi. Broadway and 4th. Keep running, Barry. I've traveled in time without the cosmic treadmill before. We need to run through the speed force and past the time barrier. We can follow Twain's trail. My mother never hurt anybody, Wally. Fastest cab in the Midwest. That's what it says, lady. That's what we do. Kaboom. Oh no, Iris. 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 Oh, look at right there, guys. Right there. Oh no, Iris. Boom. Look at that. He gets them in there with help of Wally. Man, good job, Wally. Your precious Iris, forever my ace in the hole. She's not dying. No, Barry, please. You only delay the inevitable. Iris will die. You all will. That's quite clear in the 25th century. But it won't be because of you, Twain. You think even if you do stop me from throwing a wrench in your past, that your future is happily ever after? No one's is, Wally. Not Barry's, not yours. Let me tell you something about the future. When they get older, one of your children is going to destroy your life. No more mind games, Twain. We're sticking to the facts. And the fact is I learned a lot about the Speed Force and myself thanks to you, including what lightning rods mean to people like us. We all need one to ground us when we move too fast and lose control. Throughout your sad, pathetic life, you never loved anyone, did you? We have our lightning rods, but you never got yours. Until now. Consider it an early Christmas present. Jays now, no. Oh, look at, he pushed him in there. He's getting the switch. Right there. About to hit the switch, man. Oh, zap the heck out of him. Look at that. Boom. Got his ass. Bam. That was epic. He's been cut off from the negative speed force. He's depowered. But if he runs, he'll spark back up. We need to restrain him and keep him restrained. Done and done, Grandpa. So what now? Now, Bart, what in the world is this? We try this again. Our hero, the Flash, Central City. They got their parade. That's what they are. See, they're on their big old Flash blimps. They're on their parade there. Yeah. Yep. Hold on 1 second. We are going to try one other thing here. And it's going to be our little Speed Force. Power through the night. Power through the rest of this. And that is make sure everything is plugged in. So we can make it. Or else we ain't making it. And I don't think it worked. No, it didn't work. Alright, well, I think we're going to be able to make it, though. Guess we're going to have to flash through the rest of it. Keystone City, Iron Heights. The warden's going to kill us. How did he escape? I don't know, but Dr. Alchemy is gone. Professor Thame, I think he can help one another. Be bitter. I have an idea. The Congo Basin, Africa, Gorilla City. My brothers and sisters, I fear it is worse than we imagined. He's done something to our jungle. Something unnatural. You wanted to keep me out of this, Professor. You should have made sure I was dead. I have much more up my sleeve than you could imagine. Central City, Police Precinct, Crime Lab. You sure you want to call it closed? I'm sure, Captain. Well, after all the time has changed and you were gone, I need to move forward. I've always believed my father was innocent. That's enough. They used to be the only box in there. What are all those? Those are all the cases that we couldn't solve while you were away. Consider them mine. So you're really back then? I'm really back. He's really back. Then we get to work on the contingency plan something Scudder came up with. In case the flash returns, break glass. Right there, guys. Yeah, and this is it. In case flash returns, break glass. Central City, the home of Barry Allen and Iris West Allen. I was wondering what this was. Why did you keep it? I found out the night we went on our first date. The guy in the coat check looked at me like I was crazy when he wasn't anything new, and I asked him to hold it. I don't know. I guess I thought it was a sign. I felt like I'd been struck by lightning that night, too. Are you sure unpacking this slow isn't driving you completely nuts? I'm fine. You said unpacking your office at the crime lab, and I quote, like being dragged over hot coals by a snail with a limp. I don't want to do everything fast, Iris. So you've said before. I mean it. When I freed from the Speed Force by Thane, it felt like every second I'd left was slipping away like a clock counting down. I felt like I couldn't waste any time, and I ended up wasting it all. I was moving so fast I missed the reverse flash. The truth behind the Speed Force, I shut myself from Hal and Wally, and most important, you. No matter how fast I move, time's going to keep ticking away. Time doesn't stop. Time won't ever stop. When I'm with you, Iris, when I'm with you, it feels like it does. Uh, uh. Washington, D.C., headquarters of the Justice League of America. Welcome back, Barry. Welcome back, Barry. Check out that cake. Huh? Ollie, I'll wait. You wait like everybody else. Hey, guys. Sorry I'm late. Fastest man alive. Sorry I'm late. Right here, guys. This is Flash Rebirth number 1, a second printing cover by Shiver and Sinclair. That's a second printing cover, number 1. Looks pretty freaking cool. Yeah, there we go, guys. Just a little black and whites there, finish it up. These two sketches probably aren't that interesting. I drew them on an airplane between Newark and Johannesburg, South Africa. Again, I love to draw on planes and airports, but that doesn't mean that the result is any good. Still, they were done in between work and issues 2 and 3, so I include them for the heck of it. Co. Let's see. Rebirth, a 6-issue miniseries, Jeff Johns revised 1208. Barry Allen's first appearance in Showcase number 4 was the original rebirth of the DC Universe. Barry Allen ushered in the Silver Age. His success arguably saved superheroes. Yeah. So, that was sweet Barry Allen, the Flash style. And, you guys are great. You guys are great. But yes, so thanks for tuning in. Now I gotta plug this up. That's what it looks like when you're 185 years old and you stand up. That's right. Yes, that is what it looks like when you're 185 years old and you stand up. But that was great, guys. Thanks for tuning in. You guys freaking rock. Like I said at the start of this, we're only one subscriber away, so we're only one subscriber away from the next free giveaway, so be on the lookout for that. There's that one on the channel that you can win. Be on the lookout for some new videos. Got some more live streams will be coming up, all that fun stuff. It's a fun time. It's a good time to be into comic books and all that good stuff that all of us here try to do and bring to you. There you go. Thanks, production. Ooh, ooh. Sounds like the court of owls over there. Only it's the court of crickets. Thanks, production. But anyway, guys, you guys are freaking great. You're on that roller coaster that only goes up, my friends, and you know what to do. And if you don't, it's all good because I'm just going to tell you anyway. Don't you worry about that. Because all you got to do is keep it classy, keep on digging, hug your mama, and peace. Peace. Thanks, guys.